What's up? Good morning, everybody. It is time for the Sunday sermon. Here's the quote that will lead kind of this thing. I'm seeing some cutoff on here. I'm trying something different. This time I usually live stream from my phone. This time I'm live. I'm actually connecting from my computer, so there might be a little bit of glitch. I can see it. I don't know if anybody else logging on can see it. My head's kind of like getting cut in half. So that kind of hurt my head. Just kidding. All right. So I see there's some people logging on. So you'll notice the quote says, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Okay. Good morning, Flo. What's up? If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. And by the way, let me add a couple things real quick. I want to throw out a reminder. This is mostly for men. Actually, it's fully for men. We are doing a retreat in January. I would ask if you're interested in coming, what I can prepare you for is over the course of the next month or so, I'll shoot out an email. So if you're a male who is interested in coming out to this 2-day retreat with me and a guest speaker, and if you're interested in that, what you can prepare for is having some sort of we'll probably do like a $50 to $75 deposit, so I can lock in the place. And also, if you're a woman, maybe your significant other who's a male, or your husband maybe is not logging in to these videos. If it's something that you think he could benefit from, which is really going to have a lot to do with our deal today. If it's something you think that a male in your life, it could be a brother, it could be just anybody that you know who is a male, who is either single or in a relationship or married or what have you, who could benefit from going on a 2-day retreat where we have really conversations about having life goals as an individual, as a significant other, as a father. So if you know benefit from that kind of retreat where we just get together for a couple of days and really do some serious game planning for the year 2018, please send me a message. Either you can send me a message privately, or you could text me 503-798-3200 and shoot me a text of the person, or connect me with the person that you have in mind who could benefit from that kind of retreat. And like I said, within the next 30 days, I'll probably be requesting a small deposit. It's going to be this retreat, to participate in this 2-day retreat that I'm holding. It's going to be really inexpensive, but you're going to get a lot of value for it. And I know as a business person, you got to manage that. If I tell you, oh, it's only going to be $100, that may be great for the business and financial part, but sometimes people feel like, well, if it's just $100, it must not be that great. But I am going to keep it at low cost, but you're going to feel like you have beneficial retreats that you have probably in a long time, if not ever. So again, ladies or males, if you think about this getaway for husband, for your boyfriend, or just if you know somebody who's by themselves and really needs a 2 to 2.5 day getaway to just really hammer out the next stage of life, we'd love you to have you join us. So there's that. Okay. So here it is. Here's the message. Keep it short today. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So think about what that means to you. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. It means regardless if you have a plan in your life or you don't, and many people don't, you'll always arrive at a destination with or without one. However, when you don't have one, you will find that the pattern in your life is to consistently arrive at destinations you weren't even for. You'll consistently find yourself arriving at outcomes you never even considered. You'll have found that the pattern in your life is you consistently arrive at places you didn't even want to be. And what does that look like? A destination of destruction, a destination of depression, anxiety, worry, broken relationships, depending on others, not being self-sufficient. You keep arriving at these places, and you know dang well, like, you're asking yourself, how did I even get here? Why is this happening to me? Why me? Things just don't go well. As soon as something gets better, I know that something crappy is going to happen. If you find yourself like that, then today's message is for you. You may be finding yourself in these places and you say, I can't figure out how this keeps happening. Again, broken relationships, people who suffer from addiction. See, in my life, I've met thousands of addicts. Okay, I've met thousands of addicts. But I have never in my life met an addict that planned on being one. You're trying to be sneaky, but you're not going to be sneaky. My little man. Oh, I love him. Right? So again, I meet with people on a regular, daily basis who are suffering in so many different levels: relationships, addiction, just troubles, criminality, family stuff, losing their kids, losing their spouses, losing their job. And it's a crisis-oriented lifestyle. And don't get me wrong, you could have the most beautiful, perfect master plan in your life, but that will never disqualify you from a crisis. What I'm talking about is where have you gone from where a crisis is an intermittent thing to where now a crisis has become a lifestyle, where it's constantly just a thing. And a good way to know, maybe you're so in the crisis lifestyle you don't even see it. Maybe this is a great time to even ask people to check you, to say, what do you see in my life? You may be that person that constantly seeks people out when there's problems. That may be the routine in your life. Is here I go again. Here's another thing that happened. There's this going on, and then this happened, and what am I going to do? And hey, do you have $50? Or hey, can I borrow your car? Hey, can you help my kid out with this? And that's a really good indicator of a crisis to crisis lifestyle, is when you're finding that you're less, as the days go by, self-reliant, constantly in need of people, constantly needing comfort, constantly needing a way to feel better, get healthier. If that's the lifestyle, I can give you some refreshing and comforting news. It doesn't have anything to do with you. That kind of crisis to crisis lifestyle, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's not a message that there's something wrong with you. Especially if it's worry, especially if it's anxiety, especially if it's addiction, especially if it's depression, and just relying on other people. That's not an indication that something's wrong with you. That's an indication that you probably don't know where you're going, but every day you're getting somewhere, and that somewhere is probably nowhere. The difference between people who are living this crisis to crisis lifestyle, and keep in mind, one of the problems with the crisis to crisis lifestyle is when you can't be self-sufficient, when you can't self-sustain, when you can't be self-dependent, is when we make the worst decisions. I've seen that. People who have breakdowns in relationships, there's only two ways to go about this. One way is the really, really, really hard way, and that's where you sit in the hurt with yourself. I can tell you, as a person who's gone through kind of the separations and this and that from relationships, the hardest decision I've ever made that is the right decision is not jumping into a relationship. Guys take a lot of heat for that, but let me just tell you, women do that a lot. Just jump into another relationship, creating another path and another outcome of a life where they're going to arrive at a destination never been planned at, right? And so for us, Guys, if you're finding yourself in that lifestyle where things keep falling on your lap that don't sit well with you, outcomes, this broken relationship, this or this or this, just not going well. I can't last at a job for more than 6 months. I can't find a way to stay ahead financially for more than 2 months. I just keep falling behind. If you're finding yourself consistently playing from behind, it's not that there's something wrong with you. Most people are arriving at these unplanned destinations, these unplanned outcomes, not because that's the plan. It's because there isn't a plan. There isn't a plan. When you observe the people in your life that are being successful, when you find people that you're connecting with who just seem to be doing life the right way, what you will find is one of the common denominators is they're operating according to a plan. They're not just living life for the point, they're just living it. They're not just waking up today, so I gotta go here, I gotta go to church today, I gotta get my kids ready, I gotta go have lunch, I gotta go make dinner, I gotta do the dishes, I gotta do laundry. You know, those things are great. But there's something motivating and inspiring when you can connect your daily behaviors to a plan. Is today a part of a coordinated plan? Because if it's not, then that's the next step. So here's what I would encourage people to do. You don't want to start trying to figure out, how do I fix all these areas of my life? Whenever I work with people, as a coach, I'm a certified coach to do executive and life coaching. Where the process starts is to pick an area. What is the key area in your life that's suffering? Is it relationships? Is it job? Is it career? Is it finances? Is it hobbies? I don't do anything fun for my life. And have you sat down and tackled that one key area to ask yourself key questions? So if you said, man, for me, Wally, it's family, then I would ask you to ask yourself, what changes do you desire within that? Take a piece of paper out and write the answer down. What key changes do you desire in your family? What key changes do you desire in your place of work? What key changes do you desire with your friends, with friendships? What are the key changes you desire? Do these changes involve a whole new system? Does it require a little bit of modifying? But are you living strategically? Or do you just wish things change? Most people right now, I would say probably 80% of people in this country, I can show you with my hands the strategy that they have in order to seek out life change. And it looks like this. This is the strategy that most people implement for change. I hope things get better. It's not an effective strategy, by the way. An effective strategy is sitting yourself down and creating a master plan for change. The last few years may not look, if you can stand right now and say, I'm unsatisfied with the way my life is. I'm unsatisfied with my relationships. I'm unsatisfied with myself, personal growth. I'm unsatisfied with my job. This is not going to change a thing. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. If you're tired of taking a backseat to your own life, if you're tired of arriving at unintended outcomes, the number one transformational tool that you can use in your life is a plan. It's a plan. So think about that. I proposed at the beginning of this message, especially if you're a male and you'd like to join me in January for a 2.5 day retreat where we focus on goals, we focus on relationship goals, where we knock out some fascinating and incredible and remarkable life-changing marriage goals, business goals, whatever it is. The element in your life that requires a strategy, we will do this at the retreat. So again, within the next 30 days, prepare for a $50 to $75 deposit. We will be going in the last weekend of January, and it's going to be incredible, guys. I want to partner with men to create a life that's not accidental. It's time that we live with intention, and it's time that we live with purpose. Guys, have a wonderful Sunday. Go Cowboys. Be with your family. I'm looking forward to having an incredible day with my son, who I'm looking at right now, eye to eye, and I love you so much, mijo. You love me too. Love your kids, love your family, love your spouses, love the person you're in a relationship with, and also love you. Love you. Okay. Have a wonderful day, guys. Be blessed. Don't forget to like this video, and if you know somebody who could benefit this, not only like it, but share this video. Please share this video. These videos are averaging hundreds and hundreds of views, actually thousands, a couple of them. And so share these, guys, because people really need transformative thinking, and that's the purpose of this, is really to create a different mindset. You don't have to go to a church. You don't have to go to a motivational speaker today. You don't have to turn on a YouTube video. Just here, I'm trying to bring this to you. I want to meet people where they are. It's one of the beauties of Facebook Live. So please, if you join this, if you're on it right now, just like this, share this, add a little snippet of how you think, when you share this video, add a little snippet of how you think it could benefit people, right? And the message today was just, are you tired of arriving at unintended outcomes? It's time to live a life of purpose. All right. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Love your kids, and love your spouses, and love your family. And do one thing today that there's a selfless act that can benefit another human being. All right. Have a great day, guys.